Shalom, Yeshua Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Chachadash. Double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful like Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp. And I just wanted to do this lesson based on an article that I ran across online talking about exactly what the elders and apostles have prophesied for years and years and years, and the apostles decades, before the technology was even as mainstream as it is now. And what I mean mainstream is everybody has a cellular device on them. Everyone knows how tap to pay works. Everyone knows how Bluetooth frequencies work. Everybody knows that you can connect to technology wirelessly. But 20 years ago, that was sci-fi futuristic technology, So the point is that, this is, there's only one direction that this is going, and that is to the MOT to the B, the Charagma, Revelation 13 and 16, which I haven't read in a while, in a lesson. So I want to bring it out again because this just solidifies even more what the elders and apostles have been saying, because these are the big tech giants, the puppets that the rest of the world can see. Because when I say puppet, these Bill Gates, these Elon Musks, to the average person, you may think that they're the richest person in the world, or they have the most power, or they're the number one entrepreneurs in technology. That's not the case. These are just gatekeepers and people in positions of power set up by the elite to do their bidding. They gave them their companies. They gave them the technology. They gave them the authority. They gave them the resources to be able to push the technology that they claim to be theirs to the level that it is today. The elite plan on doing this to implement a beast system in the form of the Charagma, where everybody has a digital all or a mark that identifies them as a member of the New World Order society. And just speaking like that is something that is not accepted in the mainstream, but everybody and their mama can see that we are heading towards a technocrat, highly sophisticated, so-called technology-run society, in the sense that our everyday life is going to be all surrounding and revolving around this technology that Esau Edom wants to put inside you. But Esau Edom is just the instrument here on earth that's implementing the mark. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is putting the test on everybody to see whether they are going to bend the knee and give up and fear what man will do more than they'll fear the consequences of what Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has promised in the scriptures. He put it in black and white. He told you exactly what's going to happen. Like scriptures say, anyone that takes that mark will have their place in the lake of fire. So I'm going to get to this article, and then I want to read those scriptures because, again, this is something that we constantly will be pushing until you other camps, until you other people in the world finally get that epiphany moment, that aha moment, to where you see that the elders and apostles, starting with elder apostles Tahar on down, have been saying, regardless of the scrutiny, the slander that our elders have faced by introducing this doctrine, which is not introducing, it's always been in the scriptures, but the understanding has only been given to us in this recent time due to the fast advancement in technology, in the sense that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given us the spirit to connect the dots to the modern world that we live in based on what scriptures say. So the time that we are living in right now, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has given us the understanding to connect the dots to see exactly what Revelation 13 and 16 is talking about. So I'm going to read this article. And this article is posted July 25th, 2025. This is Bill Gates declares the end of the smartphone era and unveils its surprising replacement. The age of smartphones is coming to an end. A bold prediction from Bill Gates reveals a revolutionary new tech set to replace your phone forever. In a bold prediction that's making waves across the tech world, Microsoft founder Bill Gates has suggested that smartphones could soon be obsolete, replaced by an entirely new kind of technology. Forget everything you know about handheld devices. Gates envisions a future where electronic tattoos, aka charagmas, become the new norm, and they will. That is Bible prophecy. Continuing, smartphones have been an indispensable part of our lives for over a decade. From checking emails to scrolling through social media, navigating our daily routines, these devices have shaped how we interact with the world. But Gates believes this era is nearing its end. According to Medium, that's funny that they call it medium, someone who contorts or talks with spirits. This is Gates points to electronic tattoos developed by Chaotic Moon, a later acquired by Accenture, as the next big leap in personal technology. Salakia. Instead of holding a phone in our hands, these tattoos could allow us to communicate, access the internet, and even monitor our health, all without a screen in sight. The key advantage? These tattoos are integrated into the body, and that's the difference between the people saying that, oh, you got a microchip in your phone right now. Yeah, but it's not inside of your body, and you have not given consent to have a micro C-hip placed inside your body. You see? That's the difference. This is continuing. These tattoos are integrated into the body. Imagine having a device embedded in your skin that lets you interact with the world through simple gestures or touch. It's sleek, unobstructive, so again, they're selling it to you. But I wanted to point to one of the main uses, because they're saying it's a phone, but it's not just a phone. It's something that's going to be used to buy and sell. This is here. Where is it again? This is still, there's an undeniable advantages. The tattoos could replace the need for passwords, credit cards, or even physical keys. In theory, they could provide a level of security that's far more robust than anything we have today, thanks to their biometric uniqueness. Biometric is something that you're going to be hearing a lot more. The CURP program over there in the CURP identification program in Mexico, that's taken place of biometric identification, and that is just a boiling the frog in the water analogy, slowly turning up the heat till these people realize that there's no escape. People thinking that it's good to be able to have these so-called amenities. So again, these things are getting pushed through pseudoscience, through false miracles. Let me see if this... Here we go. This is the scripture I was thinking of, because this is also going to be used as a health device, so-called, be able to cure those who can't see, give sight to the blind, give hearing to the deaf, give their legs back to people that have never walked in their life by connecting their brain through the neural chip, the neural link to their charagma. However they sell it to the people, you are going to look like the bad guy if you do not accept the charagma. And that is something that we expect the slander campaign to come against the men of the Lord, as well as all the believers that do not want to take the charagma. But ultimately, if you do not have the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai giving you strength to endure to say no, you are eventually going to take it. Because all these pressure points that's going to be cracking down on people's lives, whether they're taking their jobs, whether it's taking their health, whether it's taking their kids, whether it's taking their freedom, their rights, whatever it may be, these people are ultimately going to give in if they don't have the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because they're going to be deceived by the miracles. This is Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth Salaki, I'm going to back up one. This is Revelation 13:13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's their dew weapons, their direct energy weapons, their laser beams, whatever miracles they have to manipulate, the elements, bringing fire down from earth, and a concentrated fire would be a laser beam, but continuing Revelation 13:14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And that's making, the blind see, like the miracles that I showed you or mentioned. This is saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And that is the revived Roman Empire, which we see as the Edomite supremacy that runs the world. This is Revelation 13:15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's that great insurrection talked about in 2nd Ezra 16 and around the 70th verse. I'm going to go to that right real quick, and then I'm going to get back in that Revelation 13. So this is 2nd Ezra 16 and I want to say 72. I'm going to start at Salakia. I'm just going to go ahead and start at 70. 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's going into those that are standing so stiffly against the Charagma, aka this man's beast system. Verse 71. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. And that is through the furnace of adversity. We're made perfect. But this is continuing because that furnace of adversity is going to be at the pinnacle, the very top, when this man pushes out his charagma and starts to give consequences to those that do not want to take it. And you see these men like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and others like the World Economic Forum, Noah Roar Harari, talking about a technocrat society, the end of private ownership as you know it. This is the government's final overreach on completely knowing your whole entire existence. No privacy. No private conversations ever again in your life. Because who knows? Who knows? I'm just speaking as a man. These charagmas could have, listening devices on them. Even pick up the vibrations that's coming through your vocal cords that's just being felt through your arm. I'm telling you, Esau's got some crazy shit like that. So I'm just saying, you could even have a bad conversation and the charagma's picking up on your Neuralink or your neurological brain frequencies, and it's sending Gurga troops to your doors because you thought an illegal thought, like the apostles say, the thought police, like that comes out of the book. The thought police is a characters or a theme that was talked about in George Orwell's book 1984, which talks about a dystopian type draconian law society. But I'm going to read these scriptures and go ahead and end out, because if any brothers have been in the truth for any amount of time, even a week, y'all should know what the charagma is and what I'm talking about. But again, just for edification's sake, this is Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, And his number is 603 score and six. That is 600. A score is 20. So 3 score, 3 times 20 is 60, and 6. So that's 666. 666. Again, not a wicked number in of itself, but it is an identifier to the carnality, the physical implications that it is. It's not a spiritual mark. It's not sin. It's not something, that you can't see. This is something that's going to be manifested and pushed more than you have ever seen, more than the jab during 2020. This is going to be world changing, because the whole world, no matter where you are, is going to be pushing the same charagma. So whatever means it comes through, whether a fake alien invasion, a false war, a plague that they make up again, but whatever fear tactic that they're going to push on the people for them to believe that whoever doesn't take it is a DT or a domestic, it's going to be having to be something out of this world, very intense. So stay prayed up, Akia. Understand the times that we're living in. Have these conversations with your families. Give them the warning. And if they receive it, they receive it. If not, the blood's off your hands. But again, man, we have to constantly dwell on the fact that for our kingdom to come, this kingdom must fall. And that is the best news that you can hear. That it is a guarantee that the enemies of the Israelites will be taken down, starting with Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Till next time, I'd like to give all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chachadash, and double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring, that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Keep pushing, keep persevering. We are almost home. Till next time, Lord willing,